What's up, guys? This is YGO Silence coming at you with another deck profile. Now today I'm going to be showing you my Crusadias, or Palladians as they're called in the OCG. This is a deck I'm super excited for and have been for a very long time. When it was announced for Cybernetic Horizon, I was just super excited for the set release. I really do enjoy OTK decks, and I have found that this deck really addresses a lot of the issues that have plagued that kind of genre of decks, in that it's very unable to prevent your opponent from making a board, or sometimes you don't even want to prevent them from making a board. This deck is consistent enough and able to play a small enough engine of the Crusadia cards to play a lot of hand traps, to play a lot of kaijus, to play a lot of interruptions to prevent your opponent from making these very powerful boards. And that's something that rogue decks in general really need to be able to compete at a higher level. I think this is a deck you'll be seeing a lot of in the next coming months because it's just so cheap to build, so effective, and if you're not prepared for it, it can kill you out of nowhere. Before we get into this video, I do want to quickly apologize. I have not posted a video in well over a month. This is for a variety of reasons. I've had a lot on my plate recently, and then also, I really don't want to just bomb you guys with videos unless it's something exciting, something different, something I think is really worthy of your guys' attention. I'm not going to post it. So Crusadias are coming out today, obviously, and then maybe in the next couple days I'm going to be getting Cybers out for you. But this is a deck anyway that I'm super excited for, and with that being said, let's get right into this video. Alright guys, starting off with the main deck, we're going to go into the Crusadia monsters. I'm going to take these monsters kind of slow because they are very new, so I'm going to go over their effects somewhat thoroughly. But starting off with, you are going to run 3 Maximus. This is the only super rare out of all of the main deck monsters. It's super nice, but what it does is you can target one Crusadia Link monster, and it does double battle damage this turn. It's great for the OTK side of the deck, and it's one of the cards you want to end on with your going second board. The other main deck monster you want to end on with your going second board is 3 Leonis. So what Leonis does is you could target one Crusadia Link monster you control, and it does piercing this turn. So the idea is to end on a board with Equimix pointing to both Leonis and Maximus. And so that's really, really good because it allows Equimix to do piercing and do double battle damage while having 4,800 attack just with these cards. So it's very, very strong, and you could do it extremely reliably. It's a 2, maybe 3 card combo depending on what one of these you open. So these cards extremely good. Next, 3 Draco. Draco is, what it does is when it's summoned to a zone a Link monster points to, I can add 1 Crusadia card in my graveyard to my hand. So that's really good for a variety of reasons. Number 1, if you're only opening 2 Crusadias or 1 Crusadia and one of the other extenders you run in the deck, you really want to search out Crusadia Draco because it will get you one of the monsters out of your graveyard, the one you normal summoned, and then let you special summon it again so you could get to Equimix a little bit faster and a little bit easier without going through all of your resources. This deck is built very similarly to Goki. If you've ever played that deck, what it does is it runs a lot of 2-card combos and then a lot of interruptions. So Crusadia, you really want to see, 2, 3 Crusadias and then the rest interruptions in this deck. So you do run 3 Draco. Next, 3 Arborea. Arborea is excellent because what it does is if this card's in the graveyard, which it will be because you link off with it, and a Crusadia monsters you control would be destroyed by battle or card effect, I could banish this from the field or graveyard instead. So this is really good. It offers protection, allows you to play through some destruction effects. Arborea is just an excellent card in the deck. And then finally, the last main deck Crusadia monster is 3 Reclusia. This is the only one I would even consider bumping down to 2, and even then, I don't think you should. All of these Crusadia monsters have their reasons to play them, and then they're also just great ways to link summon and get into your plays, so you really do need them. But Reclusia, what it does is I could target 1 Crusadia card I control and 1 card your opponent controls and destroy them. So it's like, it's just a pop, which is great for spot removal. It's very nice. And then also, you could special summon every one of these cards to a zone a Link monster points to. So it allows you to kind of link climb up from the link 1 to the link 2 to finally the link 3, and then that's where you're going to start making your OTK board. All right, but definitely run 3 of each of the Crusadia main deck monsters. You really just want to see as many of them as you can, because that's what allows you to make your plays. Then going off with some of the other combo extenders, I do run 2 World Crown. This is a really good card, because what it does is it also lets you special summon it to a zone a link monster points to, which is great. And then also with Equimix, to negate 1 card on the field, you contribute 1 World Crown or Crusadia card this points to, and then you can negate stuff. So that's really good, but this is a World Legacy card, so you could tribute this to activate that effect. So that's why I like it. And then also, this is a card I'm up in the air on, but I do like it because it does let me get to my Equimix plays a lot more reliably. And I run 2 Link Infraflyer. Pretty much all this says is you can special summon this card from your hand to a zone a link monster points to, and you can only do it once per turn. Same with this, it's a once per turn. So they're all once per turns, but you really just want to see, you know, 1 or 2 of these special summon from hands cards and a Crusadia to really get your plays going. All right, so definitely play those. Then going off in some of your interruptions, you can run hand traps in this deck extremely reliably because you're not going to really worry about seeing, you know, 2, 3 of those because you're going second, so you have a 6-card hand. So a lot of these cards you're not too worried about, but you run 3 Ash, 3 Droll. Droll's an amazing card. And then those are the hand traps. I run a Kaiju lineup. So I run 2 Gameciel, 1 Godarla. You could run Cumulus instead. That's what I would. I just couldn't find my Cumulus. And then 1 Jezakuru. Very strong Kaiju lineup. You can run these 10 interruption cards in the monster lineup with extreme ease, and it never really seemed to affect my consistency at all, which is very powerful. Next, moving on to the spells, you run 3 Called by the Grave. You want these searches, you want these effects to go through, and Called by the Grave is a very safe way to make sure that happens. This card's just amazing in the hand trap format we're kind of in right now, so I would definitely run the 3 Called. Then, for the Crusadia spells, I only run 2 Revival and 2 Power. Now, this is for a few reasons. Number 1, all right, I've seen decks where they're running like 3 Revival and 3 Terraforming. That is way too much, okay? And here's the deal. Crusadia Revival and Crusadia Power is searchable by the link to Regulus, all right? So you're not really needing those terraforming targets. You're not really needing all that stuff to get to these cards. You could get them if you need them, all right? Power is great for going first. It makes one of your link monsters unaffected, or it's just a Crusadia monster, unaffected by everything other than itself, which is great. And then Revival lets 1 Crusadia link monster you control attack all monsters your opponent controls once each, and it gains 500 attack. So this is your going second play. This is your going first play. You really should not run any more than 2 of each because you really just don't want to draw into too many of them. These are the cards that you want in the deck, and you want to make sure you don't run out. That's why you run the 2. But at the same time, it's not a huge deal getting them. And then finally, I run 2 Succession, just special summon a monster to a zone a link monster points to, something very important in this deck. And then 1 Rhoda and 1 Interrupted Slumber. Rhoda searches the Arborea, which is the one that protects from destruction. And then Kaiju Slumber, it's a great way to bait out a gate or just clear out a board and get some Kaijus on. So, excellent cards. I would definitely run these spell lineup. But anyway, that's our main deck. Let's move on to the extra deck. Alright, starting off with the extra deck, I quickly want to say, I'm going to go somewhat slowly through the Crusadia monsters because they are new, and then just go normal speed through the rest of the extra deck. But anyway, starting off, we have 3 Crusadia Equimix. This is the best card in the entire deck. It is your boss monster. It's your number 1. He's what you're going to. Alright, but pretty much what he does is he gains the attack equal to the combined original attack of all monsters this card points to. Now, all of the Crusadia Link monsters have this effect. It's kind of their deal. And so what else Crusadia Equimix does is it contribute one Crusadia or World Legacy monster it points to, then target one face-up card your opponent controls and negate its effects until the end of the turn. So this is a quick effect, so it's pretty solid going first or second, and negation is just great all around. It's a great card. So 3 Equimax, 3 Regulex. What this card does is when an effect monster is special summoned to the zone it points to, you can add 1 Crusadia spell or trap from your deck to your hand. It's just a searcher pretty much, and then Magias searches a monster when effect monster is special summoned to the zone it points to. So pretty much the idea behind this deck is you get a normal summoned Crusadia monster out, you link into Magias, you special summon another from your hand, Regulex, you search another monster, and then you just pretty much cycle up from there to get up to Equimax. That's the idea behind this deck. So it's a very reliable way to get up to these Link 3, Link 4 monsters. I run a couple bigger Link monsters in my extra deck. And so it's a really, really nice mechanic, and it makes the deck very consistent. But anyway, now starting off, we have Borreload and Boral Sword. Both these cards have their place. Borreload obviously is a great card for dealing with problematic monsters. And then Boral Sword is a really good OTK machine right now. It's new. I really actually enjoy it. I think it will have a place in this extra deck for a long time to come. And then also we run Topologic Bomber. I have been thinking about taking out one of the Nightmares I run to put Topologic Trispana in, but I find these very reliable overall. So if there's more back row in the meta at some point, I would definitely put Trispana in and take maybe Cerebus or Phoenix out. And then I, of course, run the Mermaid to get out of the Ibly lock, Phoenix and Cerebus, because they're cheap removal. So anyway, that is my extra deck. Let's move on to the side deck. Alright, starting off with the side deck, I quickly want to say everything in your side deck is up to your own personal preference. This is just what works for me, and frankly, there are a couple cards in here I'm torn on. I don't know if I'm going to leave them in here or change them. So anyway, let's get right into this side deck. Starting off, 3 Ghost Ogre. This is something I would highly recommend playing because some decks really don't get hit by Droll very hard. And so Ghost Ogre is there to patch up that problem. Ghost Ogre plus Ash is just the most reliable hand trap lineup you can run. But Droll, I think, is just so much better in this meta right now that you really should run it in the main. Next, this is the card I'm torn on. 3-Winged Dragon of Ra Sphere Mode. The card is really good, alright? I just want to say that. Don't think I'm, like, crapping on this card, because it is an excellent card. It can break any board, alright? Just about any. The thing is, with this deck, you're very reliant on your normal summon, alright? You need your normal summon to go off so you could link into the Link 1 and start Link climbing. That doesn't work when you give up your normal summon with Winged Dragon of Ra. So to use this card to break a board, you pretty much give up a turn to use it. So this is something that's almost a placeholder for me to find a better option. I'm thinking, you know, saving up for some evenly matched, something along those lines. Sphere Mode, take it with a grain of salt. You really don't have to play it, and you should really look into something better. Next, I run the 1 Kaiju. It's just a spare Kaiju in the deck. Kaijus are incredible, especially in this meta, dealing with those problematic monsters. Spare Kaijus are good. Next, some spell cards. I run 3 Hatrunade. This is a card that I have pretty much found to be a staple in my side deck for the past couple months. I mean, it's just incredible for the Sky Striker matchup. That's what I use it for. So what they do in Sky Strikers is they bring back all their spells and set them on the field. And then when my turn starts, I draw, I go, Hatrunade, they banish all of their back row, and then I kill them. And so Hatrunade is just a great card for that matchup. And I mean, especially in an OTK deck, I just get free wins with this all the time. Next, extra board wipes are really good, especially in OTK decks. And then finally, the last card in my side is 3 Red Reboot. This is good, again, in an OTK deck, especially because you can just say no traps this turn. And them setting a card for next turn really doesn't matter too much when they're dead this turn. So I would definitely run 3 Red Reboot. But anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed this video as much as I enjoyed making it. Please feel free to like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time.